Alrighty, today we're going to talk about keyframing. And keyframing is what I want to do with a basic animation. And I want to do keyframing either with a clip or with text. So either one will work just fine. We're going to start just doing it with a clip. And I just placed two clips down here from this film Stray Cinema that we have that's on my storyline right now. So I'm just going to I'm just going to pick any one of these clips. I'll take the shorter one here, and it's already highlighted. I got my yellow around it. And I want to look for the transform button, and that's right here in my viewer right over here. I'm going to move my bar over that clip just in case. I got my scrubber above it too, so we're good to go. So I'm going to click here on the bottom left of my viewer and click transform. Great, excellent. And I want to position the playhead. That's not the pink one again, as we've already gone in the past. That's this bar right here that I'm hovering my cursor over. And I want to position the playhead where I want the animation to occur. So let's start a little bit earlier. Let's start right around here. All right. And if I want, I can resize and position the clip wherever I want it. So if I want to, you know, scale this image down a little bit, I can drag it in and make it a little bit smaller if I want to, but I'm going to leave it the same height that it actually is. But you can scale it down if you want to, and that animation will happen in that spot. All right. Now I want to click the Add Keyframe button, which you're going to see right here in the middle. So I click that Add Keyframe button on the top left. And now I'm going to move my scrubber a little bit forward on the timeline, right? And I want to, you can drag to adjust the size and position. The next keyframe will be marked after you reposition the shot. So I'm repositioning the shot. I just dragged it right over here. And there it is. I dragged it. I didn't. Now, obviously, if I repositioned it, it would change. But notice this animation is going to occur. If I want to make another animation, I'm going to fast forward this a little bit more right here. I'm going to hit my Add Keyframe button, and I want it to go back to where it started. I don't want to see that black anymore. All right? Excellent. So it's just really positioning your playhead on the timeline and then making a keyframe button and just dragging things around. But make sure you're in that transform. So if I go back into the beginning, there I am in real time. Notice it moved to the left. That's where I made my first keyframe. And now it's going to move all the way back to the right. And that's where I made my second keyframe on this clip. And this is great. I mean, so you see a lot of animations happen in television and film, and that's primarily how it's done, So it's also, you can also keyframe with text. So let me throw some text in there. I'm just going to take, right now I'm in all, and I'll just take a basic title, nothing fancy. Throw it on the storyline, just on the same storyline. Wait for it to load for a second. So there it is. It's in the timeline. I'm going to type in, I'll just put my name, Professor Kinney, and that's it. I can make any adjustments I need to right here in the inspector on the right hand side, the size, the layout, the color, make any changes that you want. I'm just going to keep it basic for now. So the title is selected in the viewer. We're good to go. And then let's click that transform button again, bottom left, right over here where my cursor is. Let's click transform. Text is highlighted. We're good to go. I might want to change the position of the text. I might not want it in the center like I have it right now, but I'll leave it in the center. It's a good starting point. Let me position the playhead to where I want the animation to occur. So I'll start a little bit after the fact. That way I don't like to start it immediately. Then we're going to click the Add Keyframe button again. So that's right up here on the top, just like how we did the video. Same thing, right? Same thing. Now I'm going to move the playhead a little bit forward on the timeline. We'll stop right there. And now let's position my name over here up on the top. right? And there it is. We made an animation, and that keyframe right at that exact point where this playhead is where that animation is going to occur, right? Now let's move the playhead a little bit forward, and again, rotate, scale, reposition this however you want to do it, and let's add a new keyframe and drag it to the right this time. And there we go. Let's watch this real time. Play it back. And I could add a third keyframe, I could add a fourth keyframe, and it's all going to work exactly the same. There it is. And that's how you do any any keyframe changes. If you want to make any changes to adjust the move that you made, if you press Control and click on the keyframe itself, you can change the style. Right now we have a smooth rotation. You can make a linear rotation with your keyframes, and I can also disable it if I want to turn it off for now, lock it where there's no changes, or delete the keyframe if I want to get rid of it. So just Control plus click on the keyframe itself to make these adjustments.